What is up, listeners? Welcome to another episode of Behind the Frames. My name is Vic from the Anime Web, your host, and we are back after a year or so. It has been a while. Anyways, welcome to the podcast. It has been a long time coming for this episode, and thank you for everyone listening. Even now, I know it's kind of weird. We don't have anyone live right now. It's okay. So most of the people who are listening to this are either listening from Spotify or YouTube. But yeah, for today's episode, we have a special guest. Please welcome Mikutan.
Hello, thank you for having me.
No, it's my pleasure to have you on the podcast because this was a long time coming, honestly.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. Stuff happens. This is a very common thing that happens at the podcast. It's okay. But yeah, welcome to the podcast. I mean, welcome to Behind the Frames, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah. So, this is a usual tradition in the podcast. So, would you like to introduce yourself to the people that might not know you?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I go by Mikutan on YouTube. I am currently on hiatus for work-related reasons and just life stuff. But I used to make cover songs on YouTube since high school about anime, video game, K-pop. Yeah, and I love singing
stuff.
So.
So yeah, you mentioned covers. That's how I found out your channel, obviously. So I guess around the time I listened to Yuyoyope for the first time, especially Drawn, his album, that remastered album for the first time, I was pretty into the album. And when I heard Leah and wait, hold on a second. Oh my god, why? Okay, yeah. So when I heard Leah and Rayon, I was like, you know what? Let's check out some stuff from YouTube because there has to be some cool drum or guitar covers or something. And then I saw you covered Rion. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't see people covering Rion. Let's actually check it out. And then I heard your cover and I was like, holy shit, this is actually really good. And then I checked out your channel. Yeah, then I checked out your channel and I saw that you had a pretty old YouTube channel and you covered a lot of Vocaloid stuff and also Anisongs and stuff. So I was like, okay, this is actually pretty cool. And then, the rest is history. We have you on the podcast. So that's actually pretty cool.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the love.
But yeah, first question that I wanted to ask, which will just, I think, which paces well with the topic that we're talking about. How did you got into YouTube? Especially covering songs and stuff.
Well, I mean, it goes without saying, I was pretty weeaboo in middle school.
Yep,
and
just like everyone.
So I was really into Vocaloid stuff, and kind of at the beginning of the scene where Vocaloid kind of got super popular in the US. 2008, 9, 10, around that time I got into Vocaloid and found YouTubers at the time that were doing covers that weren't really they're pretty famous now, but obviously at the time they were just starting out, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, I want to do that too. So I got really cheap microphone, and I was using free programs and stuff, and basically, yeah, of course all my stuff at the beginning was super shitty.
Yes, like everyone.
Yeah, I remember downloading karaoke versions of anime songs and just going at it in my room, just a lot of it I didn't even post anywhere, but it's just just for the fun of it, after school and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun. But yeah, now that you mentioned about the other cover artists that kind of blew up, we have people Jubi, Splendiferati, who we had on the podcast also, by the way,
Really?
like
I
a long
haven't
time
heard.
ago.
I haven't heard anything from her recently. Is she still active?
Yeah, she's very active. She does
Oh.
like VTuber stuff now. I mean, VSinger
Really?
stuff now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, you can like check her out on
definitely.
Twitch.
She was
Yeah.
definitely one of the
Yeah.
first ones that I was like really, really impressed by, and like made me want to do YouTube activities. And then also Amelie.
Emily, yeah, of course. Yeah, she's also doing VSinger stuff too.
Yeah, and Bao. I'm so like sad that I wish I hopped on the VTuber train, but I never got a chance.
I mean, you've still got time.
I mean,
it's still, yeah.
I have no idea how I would even go about doing that. I don't have $1,000 laying around to pay for a.
Oh yeah, the commissions. Oh yeah, you had a commission for a model. That's gonna cost a lot. But yeah, you came around that era of like the cover artists. Just, I mean, I say era. It's so dramatic, but yeah,
it really is. Though. It's an era. It's an era.
Yeah. Yeah, now that I look back at it, a lot of like, there's a lot of YouTubers that came up in that phase, like you, Juby, Splendiferati, Emily, who else? Will Stetson, maybe? He doesn't really apply there, but yeah, he's also someone that came up in that time. So you came up around that era of that YouTube, that cover era, and now that you look back at your channel, I mean, it's been, how old has it been? 10 years? It's actually, now that I look at the channel creation, it's like 10 years old almost.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you look back at it,
this one's not even my first channel either. Like,
oh, you got another one?
Yeah,
oh, damn.
Like back in the day, like, I mean, copyright is still pretty strict now, but it was even worse. Like, you could just get a strike out of nowhere, and I got 3 strikes and my channel got taken down.
Oh damn!
When I was first starting,
that's awful.
A lot of my older videos, you'll see like it's been re-uploaded. Like I think from 2000. I'm looking right now. Like I have it in brackets, like 2011. All of those are re-uploaded from my older channel.
All right, so around like 2010, I can assume.
Yeah, 2010. Yeah.
Damn. So like, damn. It's been a while. Like you've been on. I mean, your channel has been on for like a decade now. Like, does that make you feel old or something? Because that's very old now.
It does make me feel old, but like, it feels like a different life. Like it feels like a lifetime ago. Because like, I was doing all of this in high school and college, and now I'm living in a different country. I'm living by myself. I'm working a full-time job, and I'm not really doing any activity on YouTube, which is sad. But I'm like, it wasn't able to pay the bills, I guess, and I just didn't feel like I had the kind of like personality to be able to do it as a full-time job, So I there was a time where I wanted it to be, but I kind of just felt like it was a hobby. Like, but I loved it. I mean, it made me really happy, and I really want to get back at it.
I mean, yeah, you can like get back to it. I mean, you got an audience waiting, I guess.
It takes time.
Yeah, it takes time, but yeah.
Together, working a full-time job and overtime. I'm working at a Japanese company, so I've got time hours. So.
Oh yeah, that's understandable. But yeah, you also started streaming on Twitch just a bit. You did like 2 streams recently.
Yeah, I'm trying. Trying.
Yeah, slowly trying to get into it. But yeah, I mean, your YouTube, I mean, it did well for how long it had been there. Like you have a cover at like 1.5 million, and you still have like songs like at 900, 800, 700, those 500Ks and stuff. And, most YouTubers would really, I don't know, sell their soul to get that,
Yeah, but
and
when I first uploaded it, they didn't get those views. It took like
it took a while
to get there, and now a lot of the videos are been there for 10 years, so. And
I mean, it aged. It aged like fine wine.
Great. Honestly, I haven't looked at the views in a long time, so I'm kind of like shook that it had gotten that high.
Well, now you know. So yeah, from like the songs that you have covered thus far, what's like your favorite song that you have covered?
I have a lot. Can I give you like top 3?
Yeah, top 3, top 5, whatever.
Well,
yeah, whatever's easy for you.
From like my most recent uploads, like Over the Top, the One Piece song, I obsessed with that song. It was so good. I don't know if you because I covered it twice in English and in Japanese.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah.
And then Sakura Nagashi too. I love Utada Ikaru.
Same.
Yeah, and then probably Let It Out from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh my god, I love that song.
That song like just makes me cry every time I hear it.
Same. I feel nostalgic now that I hear it. It's like like Full Metal Alchemist for me was what got me into got me so obsessed into Anisong and stuff. Like when I started, I think one of the things that made me keep, in touch with anime was the anime music. And also it's what got, and especially the music.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
That's like one of the, honestly, I don't really watch that much anime anymore, but like the music for recent animes has kind of what got me into it. Like I'll hear a song on TikTok or like Instagram or something and I'm like, oh, this is really good. And I'm like, oh, it's an opening for something. Oh, let me watch it.
Yeah.
Like Oshinoko. Yeah, like I really like Yoasobi. And then they made the opening song for that and I was like, oh, I guess I'll watch it. But I've only watched the first episode.
Okay. Yeah, same actually. I read the manga. I just watched the first episode yesterday. So I've been holding off on it because I was like, you know what, let the other episodes air, then I'll watch it. But then I heard episode 6 was really good. And as a manga reader, I'm like, you know what, I want to check it out. I want to see how they did it. So I watched episode 1 yesterday and then I was like debating whether to watch the rest or just sleep because, about the recording today. So yeah.
You gave in.
Yeah, but then I was like, I just said, okay, let's just sleep. But
that's me with like Netflix shows, unfortunately, not anime. I've been really almost.
Okay. I mean, you can get back into it. But talking like way back, I mean, we were talking about like Anisongs and stuff way before the Full Metal Alchemist stuff. Like when I got into anime, like what really got me into anime was like the music and stuff, like, and especially what got me into music, like how I'm listening to music right now, or at least the reason why I have an affinity with music now is thanks to anime music. Because prior to that, I would just listen to like English songs. I would just listen to it. I'm like, all right, this is cool. Okay, nice. I won't listen to it again, but it's pretty cool. And I would just listen to anything that's popular in my language here I live in India, by the way. So, so here in our language, most of the songs sound the same to me, even though they're singing like everything about it is impressive. I feel like every song is just one genre, one thing. Everybody sings the same, and I was never like, hooked into it. But when I think it was around like, I think I was 13, 12, I think. I watched Attack on Titan and I heard Gurren no Yumiya for the first time. And I was like, holy shit. It literally gave me chills down my spine when I heard it for the first time. And I was like, okay, if anime openings are this cool, I'm cool with it. Then I heard the second opening. I think it's Jiu no Tsubasa. I forgot. Heard that. That gave me chills. And then next anime I watched was Sword Art Online. I listened to Crossing Field. I still listen to it. It's one of my favorite Lisa songs. And everything after that too. And then Full Metal Alchemist just got me obsessed because every single opening they had, every single ending they had is just too good. Like, oh my god. Especially the endings, like, I still listen to like, Let It Out and the first ending. I forgot its name though.
Oh man, every time I go to karaoke, I sing like at least 3 Full Metal Alchemist songs.
Yeah, it's aged so well. You can still listen to it. You still vibe to it, and even the openings too. They're still so good. But yeah, like Full Metal Alchemist was something that got me into anime music, and then afterwards, the rest is history. I listened to a lot of anime music, not as often as I did back in the day, because back in the day, all I would listen to is Japanese music. That's it, nothing else. But nowadays, I feel like I listen to it occasionally, but mostly, my main jam playlist that I have. That's all I listen to these days. And most of it's just metal. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I listen to. But yeah, I asked you what was your favorite song that you covered. So so I'm gonna ask next, like, what's your favorite song that you are yet to cover?
Oh, I really want to cover like literally any song from One Piece Red Film by Ado. The English title, the one that I want to cover the most, is Where the Wind Blows. The ending song. Have you seen it? Have you seen the movie? Or have you listened
No, I haven't.
The soundtrack?
I've heard the songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know Ado? Have you listened to any of Ado's music?
Yeah, of course. Of course I know Ado. Yeah.
She's like my vocal idol at the moment.
For sure.
A genius.
She's a genius, and her vocal range is just insane.
And she's so young too. But
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, Where the Wind Blows is definitely one that I want to cover.
Like, talking about Ado, I still remember like when Usewa came out and how she blew up, and then Oda, and then I started to listen to her like cover stuff, and then I heard the cover for that song. I forgot its name. It's the one with the French name. I forgot. She did the cover for that. Let me just Google it real quick. Where Ado. Bocadella. I don't want to butcher the pronunciation for this.
It's a cover song?
Wait. Yeah, it's a cover song. She did like few covers, like Black Rock Shooter, this one, and I forgot. She did more, I know that for sure. But yeah, these two are like her pop. This one is her like very popular cover.
Nico Nico Doga or something?
No, it's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It's actually on YouTube, and it's got like 37 million views. It's actually pretty popular. She did like a lot of covers, but her covers, I listened to those and I was like, okay, she's really good. And then I heard like she did the like songs for One Piece and stuff, and I was actually pretty happy for her. Like, not usually you get to like do songs for a shonen series as popular as One Piece. And the thing was, after the movie came out and when the soundtrack and all came out, she started blowing up. Everybody started to know who Ado was, especially to like the casual audience, and everybody's like, holy shit, she's insane. And I'm like, yeah, I know, right, bro, she's actually insane.
An artist blows up when, obviously I live in Japan, but I go shopping at my local like shopping mall, and like she's playing on the big screen outside in the parking lot, and I'm like, oh my god, Ado.
Oh my god, it's Ado. Oh, that would be so cool.
She was like top 1 or top 2 or something.
Oh damn, that's actually insane.
Yeah.
I mean, and the best part is she's just gonna get better because she's just young. Like, she's got a long way to go, like, in her career, so it's gonna be insane. But I asked which favorite song that you want, and you're yet to cover. So you said that you're living in Japan. So okay, so I was gonna ask, like, I want to like get into this question somehow. So like, how is it like to live in Japan? Was it something that you always wanted to do? And how different is it from your expectations? Like, how much of it like fulfills your expectation, and how much of it differs and you have to like adjust to it?
Well, honestly, like, I felt that I wanted to live in Japan from the time after I studied abroad. The first time I went to Japan in university, I did like a 3-week traveling study abroad thing with like my class. And I thought it was from that time where I was like, oh, I want to try my best to live in Japan after university. But when I went back home last summer, I was going through old stuff and I found this thing from when I was like, I don't know, 9 or 10. And it was like, my dream, I want to live in Japan. And I was like, I didn't know that I thought that from that so young. Like, oh my God, what is wrong with me? But yeah, I was just so obsessed with anime, I think. But obviously that's not the reason anymore, right?
Yeah.
But living here, obviously, like, I had expectations when the first time I went to Japan, and then those expectations changed when I studied abroad. And then I had this view of Japan, like, after I studied abroad, and it made me want to live here even more. But then, like, living here compared to when I studied abroad is, like, so different. I mean, obviously, like, I'm not a student. I'm working in a company. Well, I was an English teacher, but just, like, working a full-time job and studying abroad is, like, completely different life, right? But, yeah, I mean, obviously I romanticize Japan like a lot of people do. And I am in no way saying that that romantic view was false. I still hold that same kind of, like, admiration for, like, the country, the people, the culture and stuff. But obviously, like, living here, I've seen a lot of bad points of the country, and every country has their own fault.
Has a bad points,
like,
yeah.
So it's nothing surprising, right? But yeah, I mean, I really like it, and I don't think I'm gonna move back.
But yeah, whenever someone talks about Japan, it's either, oh yeah, it's a great place, or oh no, it's a really very hard place to live in. Because whenever you look through social media, especially like Reddit or something, whenever people talk about Japan, it's either, oh yeah, it's a very good country, or it's like, oh no, they work you to death there. Oh no, it's very foreigner. No, it's not very foreigner friendly or whatever.
Yeah, I think that I do see where people are coming from in that view, especially during COVID. I'm a white female. I will never say I have been like prejudiced against. Is that the right word? But I have felt like I've been looked down at during the highest point of COVID, like in Japan, because I am a foreigner. And I'm obviously a foreigner here. But I didn't really, like, hold it against anyone. I mean, it did make me feel bad at the time, but I'm just like, whatever. But I think a lot of people that say, this might just be my point of view, but a lot of people that say that Japan isn't a very foreigner-friendly country is, I have heard and I know people that have lived in Japan for a long time, and they have no interest in learning about the culture or the language. Like, they don't even try to learn the language. And I'm like, why are you living here and you're not trying to, like, not, what's the word? Not become a part of society, but you're not adding anything to society, right? If you're not going to try to learn from the society you're living in, right? So I don't know, that kind of just makes my skin crawl a little bit, people that are like that.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I've lived outside of, like, India for like almost most of my, childhood. So I kind of know that, because I wouldn't, I grew up in Saudi Arabia, basically, even though, I'm from India. So I never learned Arabic. Never did I ever, I never learned Arabic.
A lot of people speak English there, right?
Yeah. Thankfully. Yeah, but mostly people prefer to speak Arabic, especially the Arabic people here. So if you know Arabic, it's much easier, because those people, the Arabic people find it hard to speak in English. And so right now I'm in Saudi Arabia. I came here for my vacations. So when I was at the airport, First of all, like the Saudi Arabia's like thing with foreigners is that they're pretty dependent on the foreigners, but also they're like, there's this case of, oh yeah, they're just, if they're workers, they're like, oh, they're just workers. And when I was at the immigration, I looked to my left, and there's like a whole line of people with green caps and shit, and I was like, holy shit, what am I looking at? It felt weird to look at. And even when you talk with some of the Arabic people, especially the people in authority, they're kind of like, you feel a sense of them looking down at you, Mm-hmm. So I feel like so the foreigner thing, I feel like it's a thing everywhere.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. And not only in Japan, but also here again in Saudi, or maybe even in America, there's like case of color and stuff.
I think Japan is like a special case. I'm not trying to put Japan on a pedestal like at all, but like
mm-hmm.
when you think about their history, that they are an island, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like
mm-hmm.
they were one race for like such a long time, and no one was like
mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of history with like countries trying to get into the border, and like this Yokosuka with America and American military trying to kind of colonize or whatever. But I don't know what I'm saying because I don't know anything about history. But I think that's a part of Japanese culture that is kind of unique compared to other countries, because like
mm-hmm.
other, like especially like Europe or like Western Asia,
mm-hmm.
there's countries all around you, right? So it's really easy to get mixed cultures and stuff, but Japanese is very kind of like closed off. Japan is closed off.
And even that, thing about like Japanese people finding hard to accept, foreign people. I think it's been something that has been on media for a while anyways. Like, I think the best example of it was like Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Oh my
I still
God.
remember remember the Gaijin stuff.
That like, movie is, oh my God. I loved that movie at the time, but like me, what I know now and like living in Japan, like to watch that movie again, I'm just like, oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Secondhand embarrassment be like, but yeah, I mean, it was the opposite for me. I didn't like the movie at first. Now that I watch it, I feel like it's better than most of the Fast and Furious movies, to be fair.
They love those movies in Japan. They love them.
They do? Oh, yeah, that's cool.
So famous here.
That's actually cool. I mean, they did well, to be honest. Like, especially with capturing like the Japanese racing culture and stuff, especially the car stuff. I'm sorry, I'm geeking out on the car part because I'm a huge car geek. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, they also had like the Gaijin thing. The whole movie, like how the protagonist went there and how he was like, how they were treating him as like a Gaijin and treating him like shit. And especially with the girl and how she talked about how she hated it and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's been a thing for a while, and I feel like Tokyo Drift was like one of those movies that pushed it a lot. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I haven't seen it in a while, honestly.
Oh yeah, the last time I watched it was like 2-3 years ago on TV for some reason. I don't know why it came up. I just watched it and I was like, it's one of those movies that you just sit down and just watch, I guess. But yeah, there's a lot of deleted scenes for that. It actually adds a lot of context to the movie. You haven't checked it out, you gotta check it out. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Like, there's few deleted scenes for that, and yeah, there's few for that, and there's like 2 like important scenes in that actually that they cut it out. Yeah. But yeah, back.
There's like construction going on outside my apartment.
I hear that.
I can hear it. Is it really loud?
No, it's not really loud. It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. There's no problem being scuffed. Our podcast is scuffed anyways, so it's okay. But yeah, again, back to like Japan and like the romanticizing. When I started like checking out Japanese culture, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I want to be there. But I feel like as a lot of people started talking more about Japan and how things are different from like, from living there. Like best example I feel like is Trash Days podcast. Whenever they talk about Japan, and whenever they do stuff in Japan, you kind of get an idea of how it is. But also many other people that talk about Japan and stuff, and it's definitely a place that I'd love to visit but not live. That's for sure. Yeah, maybe in the future if I get the chance to visit, I'll definitely do. I would definitely.
I think for the most fast. What am I saying? Broken English. Yeah. This is broken. The majority of people that like are interested in Japanese culture, I think it's best to just visit because it's good to keep that like romantic view of Japan to an extent, I think. But yeah, coming here and living here and visiting, like completely different like experience, obviously. But it'll break your romantic bubble you have of it.
Yeah, but even despite that, I felt like, I still love the culture. I even like tried to learn Japanese at one point, but I kind of gave up. Like, I was like trying to learn how to write first. I kind of like, I don't mean to flex, but I mean, this is a cringe flex, but like I can like understand what people say, especially from watching a lot of like anime and a lot of like seiyuu content on YouTube, especially the sub stuff. Whenever I try to like try to understand it, I kind of like get what they say, but it's not like on the mark like as a normal Japanese speaker. I kind of like understand bits of what people say.
Watching content in Japanese, you could definitely pick a lot of stuff up, and I mean that's a lot. For any language, like if you watch K-drama,
exactly.
Stuff you can watch stuff in Spanish, you'll pick up Spanish phrases and words and stuff. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so like watching a lot of those content, I kind of understand Japanese. If I try, probably I could make a phrase. Say a phrase like something like konnichiwa, whatever after that.
Can you say like my name is blah blah blah?
Yeah, watashi no namae wa Wiku desu.
Oh, very nice.
Yoroshiku.
Nihongo jouzu desu ne.
I have no idea how to reply. There we go. That's a problem there because
the top tier Japanese reply is mada desu.
Yeah. But yeah, I just know a bit, and I mean, I would love to learn more, of course. So, it's nice knowing another language. So probably learn later, like whenever I'm free, because I'm busy with. I mean, now I'm not busy with college, but I will be next month. So probably maybe after that, I'll just
I wanted to ask, any other languages besides English?
English. There's also my mother tongue, that is Malayalam. There's Hindi, obviously. I don't know Arabic, sadly. I just know like the Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam, like the most casual conversations.
Arabic.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you can speak Korean fluently?
No.
Oh.
No. Yeah, it's again with Arabic, it's kind of like I don't know. With the other two languages, with Hindi, weird part is even though I'm Indian, I'm not fluent at Hindi because we don't speak a lot of Hindi.
Like native.
If you're
native-ish.
What?
Native-ish.
Native-ish. It's like if you're living in like the northern parts of India, Hindi you will learn. Not even Hindi, you would speak something else. But it's but mostly you speak your like mother tongue. Yeah, there's so many languages there. Like in our state, there's Malayalam. And then right after that, there's in Tamil Nadu, there's Tamil. In Karnataka, there's Telugu. It goes on. There's Marathi. There's a lot of languages. But yeah, one thing that we try to learn is like English and Hindi, so it just makes it easier for conversations. Especially with people that don't know the mother tongue. Like if you go to like northern part of India, you don't know how to speak Marathi, and then you're like stuck. So you can just speak in Hindi and they would get it. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, it's more like a medium to, not a medium. I feel like it's like a more common language, I guess. like, to just get to know people that, maybe you cannot speak with their language, I guess. Gotcha. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. Caffeine is kicking in.
Oh.
That's it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we were talking about Japan and stuff. Okay, all right, so you answered the question, obviously. But, yeah, thanks for the answer, by the way, because I feel like...
Yeah, sorry it was so long.
Good. No, it's actually good that it was long, because, like, I guess people will get a perspective of how it is, to, like, from a person who's living in Japan, it's great to get that sort of perspective. Even though a lot of people talked about it, it's still great to, have more perspectives, I guess. But yeah, I had like this one question here, like, was making like covers we're back to covers again, because we barely talked about covers and stuff. But yeah, was like making covers thing that or not a thing? Well, I kind of asked this now that I think about it, but yeah, again, sorry, I'm breaking a lot. So yeah, was making covers like something that you wanted to do, or something that just came to be? I asked that, actually. I mean, you kind of answered that, so like, why did I ask this now? Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of just, I feel like it kind of just came to be. Like, I had a desire to, but then it kind of just escalated, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
and
it was like really slow journey. Didn't just like blow up overnight.
Yeah, understandable. Like, yeah, even for me, like when I started, when I started to do the content that I do, like at first it was just gaming. I was like, I used to watch a lot of PewDiePie and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, let's do gaming stuff. Tried to do it. It turned out to be cringe, so I didn't. Then I watched like Giguk and Anime Man and all that guys, and I was like, oh yeah, let's talk about anime. I did not know how to write a script, so it turned out to be cringe. I was just reading out of the Wikipedia page. I did not make that video. I just deleted it immediately. I was like, no, this ain't it. But then, I was making all those try not to sing or dance along anime challenges. That's how I started YouTube. And now, I'm just talking about anime. So I guess, yeah, it did take a while for me, honestly. It's all thanks to the podcast and, just, I guess, the gradual confidence that I got from this podcast to, go out there and talk to people. But yeah, I mean, it does take a while, because I started to have that, desire to do YouTube back in, I don't know, around the time I started anime too. So I guess around like 12, 11. Now I'm like 20, almost 20, and I'm doing it properly. So I feel
you're so
kind of like, yeah. I feel so old now.
No, you're so young. I was in university when I was 20, but that was the time I think I was making a lot of covers. But I want to go back. I wish I could go back to that.
Yeah, that a lot of people say that. Even my sister says that. She's like,
I remember thinking, I can't wait to graduate, but like, hold on to it, please. Hold on to it while you can.
All right, so let's move on from like the covers a bit. Let's talk about now. I talked about Twitch a bit. You streamed a bit of what was it again? Hearthstones? What was it? I forgot. It's something. It's
Legend of Runeterra.
Oh yeah, Runeterra. Sorry, I was like, it looks similar, so I was like, alright, it looks like Hearthstones or something. But yeah, Runeterra. Yeah, Runeterra. So I was gonna like ask like, why? What's like your favorite video games to play?
I feel like it always changes depending on like my mood, how much free time I have. Recently, Runeterra. I'm always like on a like hardcore League obsession, like really up and down. Like for months, I'll just play League every single day or every other day, like as much as I can, like an addiction. And then I won't play for like a while. And right now I haven't played League in a while, so I play a lot of Animal Crossing.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Anime, yeah, anime. Sorry, animal. What am I saying? I just said Animal Crossing. What the fuck? Animal Crossing. Yeah, that's chill. It's pretty chill. It's a pretty chill game. But yeah, I mean, I relate. You know, I was like last week. I was just playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Now I'm not playing much, and same with most of the games that I play too. But yeah, I mean,
then I was really into Elden Ring.
Yeah,
I never finished
Elden Ring. I haven't touched it yet. I have to play it at some.
But honestly,
it's hard.
For my skill set, I never played any of the like Bloodborne games or any of the
Soul games
in that genre. So I'm really bad at it.
Same.
At the peak of when I was playing the most, I was decent. But honestly, I cannot get past the level I am now without having my friend help me, because I will just die immediately.
Same. Yeah. I tried to play like Sekiro, and I'm so bad at it. Like, I had to stop. Like, and it was at a mini boss. That was a sad part. Like, I have like a usual like conception that I'm actually decent in video games, but when I played Sekiro, I was like, yeah, I suck at this. I'm stopped. Yes, I'm done.
I feel that.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean, casual games are fun because, you know, when you're like so invested in the game, you want to like finish it, and especially me, who I play a lot of like JRPGs, and you know how long JRPGs are. They're like 120 hours plus. They go on for so long, and when I get invested in it, that's the only thing I do at times. I'm like, oh, I gotta finish this game. Like, I remember when I played like Sword Art Online Alicization, like Chorus, like that was like, that game is like a 120, 130 hour long, and I like spent a whole week just playing that. And when I was done with it, I felt like, damn, I just wasted a week of my life trying to finish this game.
I'm playing video games. If you enjoy it, it's not time wasted.
Yeah. Then again, I had like college in between that, so I was like, I had a few assignments like on due too, so I had to like write that afterwards. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there are some great JRPGs, of course, that if you spend time, you can like really get a good experience of. Nier Automata is like best example of it, or any of the Nier games.
I still haven't finished it.
Oh man, you gotta finish it. It's so good.
I'm trying.
Oh man.
Like, I use my PS4 to watch Netflix.
Oh my god.
In my like living area, so
yeah.
I want to stream the next time I play Nier. I want to stream it. But I don't want to have to like move my PS4 back and forth into like my game room. Such
that makes sense.
Like a problem that isn't a problem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't want to play it unless I'm streaming it.
I mean, I get you. Sometimes I play some games and I'm like, damn it, I should have just, streamed this. This would have been gold content. But then I'm like, you know what?
Like a lot of the people that joined my stream, I was streaming Nier for like the entire time I was playing it, like from start. Like from this time I started the game. So like I feel like people.
Yeah, you just gotta finish it. Yeah.
Watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when people ask like, oh, you aren't playing Nier, and then you say like, oh, I finished it already, and the people are like, what? How dare you? But yeah, what got you into video games actually? Like, we talked about the video games you like, so what got you into it?
Got me into video games?
Yeah.
I mean, my earliest memory of video games is Pokemon.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Any other weeaboo?
Yeah. I have never played a Pokemon. I have never played Pokemon, by the way. I've played like...
You're a lot younger than me, so you're what? A Gen Z, I guess?
Yes, and I'm kind of like in the middle, I guess.
Middle? Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like, Pokemon was obviously a big thing when I grew up. I watched the anime. I know that, or the cartoon that I used to call it back in the day. It's always telecast here, so I watched that, but I never really got to play because I never owned any consoles or stuff. So I never got to play it. But I would play like this one browser Pokemon game. Never got hooked into it, sadly. But
oh my gosh,
yeah,
I played this browser. Wait, was it a software? I cannot remember, but it was like a browser free game online that you could play a card game.
I think I heard about it.
Like, oh my god, that was quality. It was so much fun.
Yeah. But yeah, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Those are the things I grew up with, but I never followed up.
But I was upset. I love the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. I mean, I haven't watched it. I was a kid, but like when Yu-Gi-Oh! XD was on TV, that shit was fire. I was so excited to come home every day to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! XD. I loved that.
Me and my sister binged like Yu-Gi-Oh! The original season GX and like 5Ds and stuff. We were just binging through that whole thing, and I never followed up to it. I actually wanted to own a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck, but I never got to. I told my mom and dad like I want a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck, and they're like, "What? We ain't gonna blow money on some cards, okay? We ain't gonna do that." But anyways, it spoiled me. Asian parents be like. But yeah, back to the question actually, like Pokemon, earliest game memory for you.
I wasn't able to play like the originals, like Red or Green or anything. But my first one was Leaf Green on the Game Boy Advance. My friend had a Game Boy Color, but that was before my parents let me play video games. And I was always so jealous of her Game Boy Color.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I never owned one. Nobody I knew owned one, so I don't really. That's the thing. Whenever like people outside, Western people. I mean, Western people. I say that. You talk about like their childhood stuff. They always talk about like how consoles they owned and stuff, and I'm like, I own nothing. I pirated my games. Literally, like.
I was an only child, so my parents spoiled me, and I have Asian parents either. So
yeah, the only thing I've owned is a made in China PSP, which I played Tetris on. That's it. Like I get like. Yeah, it worked, so I guess that's fun. But yeah, I pirated a lot. The only game that I really owned a physical copy of is a game that I didn't want. I was like, I went to go and buy a game. I like begged to my parents, like, come on, I want to buy this. It's on sale. I want to buy it. And they're like, okay. And when I went to the store, they don't have the game. And then I bought another game. And funny thing is, when I try to run it on my laptop, it doesn't work. Because my laptop is too old.
Oh no.
So I had to wait like 2 years. Then my dad got another laptop. Then I put the CD on and it worked, and I played it for a bit. But then I got bored of it because the game wasn't that good, and I felt like I wasted all my money on that. Yeah, that's the sad part of me owning a game. But I guess now I do have Steam and stuff, so I guess.
Yeah, but you were resourceful and you were able to find games online, right?
Yep, exactly. but yeah, what were we we were talking about video games that you got into. What got you into video games? What am I saying? Come on.
Oh, what got me into video games? Don't
Pokemon.
Really have an answer to that except Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah, I used to play Pokemon. All right, that's a good answer, I guess. Now I remember. I have played Pokemon like 2 years ago. I was on this like Discord server, and they had this like event thingy with the friends, and they were like, let's do a Pokemon tournament. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll just join in for the laughs. And it was like this one Pokemon battle website. It's free. Like you can play against like people and stuff. And I remember like I looked up element weaknesses, blah blah blah. I had like one tab of it open because I didn't know how this worked. And I had that open, and they gave you Pokemons randomly per game, so whatever you had to work with it. And I remember like winning with the first game, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm good at this. And then the second game I played against a guy who knows Pokemon pretty well, and got my ass beat, and I was like, okay, fine. Hey, you know what? that's as far as I go. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, anytime I play the Pokemon games by myself, I'm like, yeah, I'm really good. I'm really strategic, and then I'll play like with my friend, and it'll like whoop my ass. I'm like, God damn it.
Damn it. So far, so close. Just give me a second. My mic is peaking like hell on my Audacity. I've been looking at it for a while. It's actually peaking a lot. Oh god, this audio is gonna be awful. My Audacity audio is gonna be awful. So okay, this should be good. Yeah, this should be good. Okay, so let's step away from video games for a bit. Let's talk about anime. So it's like your favorite anime genre. You can say like genre-wise. You can make a top 3. What's like your favorite animes?
Can I give like a top 3 like nostalgic anime that I will never not be obsessed with, and then like kind of more recent ones?
Okay, that's
so my top 3 like nostalgic ones is obviously gonna be Sailor Moon. And I'm always gonna be so sad about how they just ruined the name of Sailor Moon with the first season of the remake, like back in 2015, 14, I don't remember.
Okay.
But they're recovering from it from the latest movie that's coming out, Eternal. I'm sure you aren't a Sailor Moon fan, but
no, I'm not. I mean, I respect people who follow it. I mean, it's part of like the culture, you know, like a lot of people got into anime thanks to Sailor Moon and stuff. So of course I'm appreciative of it. I have never watched it, but it's not
fine.
Really my cup of tea.
I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would like it as much as I do if it wasn't part of my childhood. So it's definitely one of those that are like ingrained in my soul.
Okay.
But anyways, the next one is Full Metal Alchemist, obviously.
Obviously, there we go. Which one? The Brotherhood or
Brotherhood.
The original? Oh, okay. Because there's 2. We gotta talk about. We gotta distinct it. Otherwise, the
I have no hate for the first one, but the manga. I mean, I love the manga so much, and Brotherhood is the remake of that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, Brotherhood. I was more hooked to Brotherhood than I was with the original. The original is cool and all. It's got cool openings and endings as usual. Like the Asian Kung Fu Generation opening, that opening slapped. But yeah, even story wise, I think it was pretty good. But the Brotherhood, I don't know, it felt like a whole ass ride, and I just enjoyed it for that.
A whole ass ride, yep.
Yeah. Okay, that's 2.
And One Piece.
One Piece. Okay. I haven't watched.
I feel like One Piece goes in the nostalgic category, and then also like the recent, because it will never end. I mean, it will end sooner than
2
we
years,
think, but
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, and kind of not really nostalgic anime, but Haikyuu.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And
Haikyuu's like the first sports anime I watched. And I still remember how hooked I was. Like, oh my god, it's so fun to watch. And I don't know shit about volleyball.
Oh, me too. It has really good music too. Like not just the anime, but like the OST. The OST is really good, and it's the same composer for the person that did My Hero Academia.
Yeah,
I never watched it, but I know that.
Oh, yeah, keep it as not watched. Let's not talk about it.
Okay, I won't. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. I have a couple more. Do you know Wotakoi? The English title. Oh, okay, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. I have some of the manga too. I really like the art style. But the characters.
It's cute. It's cute. It's so cute. I enjoyed it a lot, and I didn't know shit about like, you know, like the office romance, because most of the romance I watched prior to that is just, you know, the typical high school romance stuff. So Vocaloid was like a
Not
good
a
breath
lot
of
of
fresh.
anime about like office.
Yeah,
life.
exactly.
Really great. So
Yeah, it's a really good like breath of fresh air for anime fans as well. Yeah. Okay, that's 2,
And-
I think now.
last one is my like recent obsession is Chainsaw Man, obviously.
Oh, let's go, fellow Chainsaw Man fan.
Love the manga. I'm reading the like most current ones in
Yeah, part
Japanese.
2. Yeah.
But they did a really good job with the anime. I was so happy.
Same.
So happy. I was really scared about how they were gonna do like the CGI with the
Yeah.
with Chainsaw Man.
Mhm.
But
yeah.
honestly, I loved it. It was so good.
Same. Like, I remember like the anime announced it, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll just watch the anime. But then I was like, oh, there's so much hype around it, I'll just read the manga. And it was around the time like part 2 just announced, and I was like, you know what, let's just go read it. I binge read the whole thing, and I felt, oh man, that was such a
I binged it too. I read all of like part 1 in a day.
Yeah. Same, exactly. I just started it, and by night, before I was going to sleep, I've already finished it, and I was like, holy shit, that's all.
You know what got me into it is I don't go on Tumblr like at all anymore. I was one of those people that just like repost stuff on Tumblr all the time back in high school, but
yeah,
I don't know what happened to Tumblr, but I just happened to go on there one day and I saw someone made a post about how what is the author of Chainsaw Man's name? What is the author of
damn it, why did I forget? Fujimoto.
Yeah.
Fujimoto. Tatsuki Fujimoto.
Tatsuki?
Yeah. I think it's Tatsuki Fujimoto.
Yeah, it's Tatsuki.
Yeah.
I saw something on Tumblr that was comparing his art from the first part compared to the second part, like after and it was like, look at the difference. There's so much more detail and like in facial expressions and the hair. It's so much like better quality. And I was like, oh shit, wow, this looks really good. And I saw the octopus guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I get who you mean.
But, like, I really like his character design, and that's what made me want to read it.
For me, actually, it was Instagram, and whenever I scroll through like the reels and stuff, I noticed like Chainsaw Man reels. Like there's that panel, you know, of the astronauts, you know, that panel where they like where they're like buried in the ground or something. I don't know exactly what it is. And the whole like hell segment, like there's those huge panels, right? And they were like blowing up on Instagram. That and like that Denji Makima stuff, which spoilers ahead for the people that is listening. If you don't want to get spoiled, you might as well skip now. I'll put it in the video where to skip. But yeah, you know, like the Denji Makima, when like he turns into like the whole Chainsaw Man thing and he takes on everyone from that agency, you know, that part especially, you know, like he brings out like Kobani to dance and stuff. That part,
I gotta be honest. I don't remember that part very well because after I don't want to say anything. After the thing with power, I kind of just like walked out for the rest of that.
Everything same.
Because Power is my favorite. I love her so much.
I did not expect it. Like,
really?
Oh no, I wouldn't say. I didn't think he'd pull the trigger on it. I knew it was coming, but I didn't. I was like, no way he's gonna do it. No way Fujiwara's gonna kill her off, and it happened.
I had a feeling, but I didn't want to.
I mean, I should have saw it coming, especially with how Haki died. So I guess I think I should have expected it, but damn
after reading Kimetsu no Yaiba, like,
I
think will destroy me more from all the death.
Oh boy, I can't wait for Kimetsu no Yaiba. I haven't watched.
Do you read? I mean, did you read?
No, I haven't. I actually haven't. I know the story. My friends. I asked my friends who read the manga to tell me what the hell is going on because
That's so
I just
sad.
don't want to wait.
It for you?
No, not much. I just know stuff from like season 2
Okay, well,
and
you
season
got
3.
you got a big storm coming, my friend.
Yeah. All I know is like I know the stuff that happens in the movie. I haven't watched the movie yet though, but I watched like season 1. Then I haven't.
Oh,
like,
that's
touched
nothing. With Rengoku,
Yeah.
what happened to Rengoku is like nothing compared to what's coming.
Oh boy, I can't wait. I gotta start watching Demon Slayer again. But yeah, Chainsaw
you
Man
have
like.
to read it. You have to read it.
Okay. Should I though? I mean, like the anime's airing. I can like binge watch the whole anime. But okay, I'll read it.
You'll get through the manga's story faster than when.
True.
With the next part.
Or I could like binge watch the anime and read the rest. How about that? That's actually smart.
Yeah, that's actually what I did. I watched the first season and then I was like, oh my, this is really good, and then I read the rest of it.
But yeah, Chainsaw Man, like where was I? Oh, yeah, the Aki stuff, yeah. When I saw like the Aki stuff, I should have like expected it, but man.
I did not expect that, honestly.
I didn't expect that either. Like oh my god, that whole Makima plot twist was oh my god, that's like peak Chainsaw Man right there for me. Like the whole Gun Devil arc.
If you like the writing style of Chainsaw Man and like the art, you should read Tatsuki's other stuff.
I have.
You have? Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Have you read
Fire Punch?
Not Fire Punch. His other one-offs.
Goodbye, Eri. Yeah, Goodbye, Sayonara. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, that was so good.
I really like that one.
I pretty much read all of his works by this point.
How is Fire Punch?
Oh my god, it's something else. I was like with my friend while he was reading it, and I was like seeing his like reactions from it, and I'm like, I can't tell if this is good or bad. It is good. It is bad in a good way, I guess.
Yeah, that's his exact like reaction.
Oh man, like
good, but in like a different way than Chainsaw Man, and I'm like, what does that mean?
It's like, they took like the very gut-wrenching parts of Chainsaw Man and cranked it up to 11.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, it's much more, painful to read. Oh. Not in a bad way, but it's just the story is just that, sad. And the way the story just goes, you feel like you get like a bit of hope, and then Fujimoto's like, no, that's enough, and then he just destroys everything right in front of you. That's kind of like Fire Punch, but yeah, it was something else. It was something else, and the sad part is it will never get an anime for sure because of how graphic it is. Yeah, it's much more graphic than Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw Man, then again, it was more for like a, more mainstream audience, I feel like. Can I just
slightly changing the subject a little bit, but like Chainsaw Man was pretty gory, right? There's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
And like Attack on Titan, shit ton of blood, a lot of death.
Yeah.
Kimetsu no Yaiba, of course.
So many blood, head.
My elementary school students in Japan liked these series, and their parents let them watch and read them. How does that make sense?
I mean,
like to be honest, my like 4th, 5th graders like them.
I mean, to be fair, around the same age, I was playing some really violent like video games, like the graphic stuff. So, I mean, back then I didn't cringe at it. Now that I look at it, I kind of cringe at it. But I was like, ugh, okay, that's too much. No. Back in the day, I was like, yay, blood. Oh yeah, flying limb. Let's go. Very violent. Let's go. Yay. Nowadays, I'm just like, no, please no. Keep it away from me. But I still read like the mature stuff still. But yeah, I do cringe to it. But yeah, I get the thing though. Like elementary kids reading Kimetsu no Yaiba. That's interesting. I mean, that reminded me like of like this one tweet recently. One tweet I saw. of like a kid picking up My Hero Academia, and the dad was like, "No, keep it there," and gives her Berserk of all manga to read. And she's like a small kid, and we all know how fucked up Berserk is. And that also got me into another tweet where a mom is, getting a kid to read Berserk. Oh, and wow. I'm like, holy shit. Like, honestly, if any parents are listening to this, if you want to get your kids into anime, just show them like the...
There's other stuff to show them that good that aren't going to scar them.
Yeah, like Dragon Ball or Naruto or something. Just show that, not Berserk. Why are you traumatizing your children? That's so weird. Especially some of the stuff in Berserk, it's just so... Ugh, God.
But my hero is like pretty kid friendly, right?
Very. It is and isn't to some extent. Like, its story is very surface. Its story is very generic shonen, but there are like certain moments, like very specific moments where it's kind of like, okay, this is kind of uncomfortable. Oh no. And there are like few panels in that manga that's like, okay, that's kind of. If I'd show a few of those panels to some kids without context, they'd be traumatized, for real.
Gotcha.
But it's your generic shonen, modern shonen anime. Like, you can just watch it, and you can just turn off your brain and just watch it. It's good for that, I guess. The soundtrack is amazing. Like, Yusei Run is like one of the most popular anime OSTs out there, so I guess it did good favor like that. But other than that, like, I dropped My Hero Academia after like halfway through season 4. I was like, okay, I got bored of this. I'm done. No, I'm not watching any of this anymore. And then I heard it just gets worse. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna pick this up anymore. But we went so far away from the topic. We were like trying to change something. Yeah, no, it's okay. This is a very common part of the podcast. We just talk about random shit. But Chainsaw Man. Where are we? Yeah, we were talking about Aki and stuff. Like, so now that I read Fire Punch, I should have expected it. Because the Aki stuff is, with what Fujimoto did with Fire Punch, I should have expected that with like Aki and what he did with Power. But yeah, part 2 is actually pretty good. I've been enjoying it a lot. And you talked about the anime, and I remember recently did a whole video ranking all of these Chainsaw Man ending songs, and I was geeking out. Oh man, all of them are so good, especially the Maximum the Hormone song. That's up my alley, so I love it a lot.
It wasn't my favorite, but it gave me Death Note nostalgia.
Death Note. Yeah, same band. It's actually the same band.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. There's also the TK song, the First Death, which was awesome. A lot and what was that song's name again? The one song after Himeno's puking scene. That one, the cute song. I forgot its name.
Oh, the one with power?
No, Himeno's puking scene.
What do you mean?
The ghetto choo, that one.
Oh.
Yeah, that one. I forgot its name. Wait, let me just look it up. Yeah, that song is like my top 3. But wait, let me just look it up. Chainsaw Man.
Chutayo.
Yeah, Chutayo. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, found it. Yeah, that one. That one's like one of my top 3 songs from the Chainsaw Man endings. But yeah, I love the cute vibes, and the retro aesthetics too for that ending is really cool. But what was I even talking about? Yeah, the anime. I think the anime. I agree with the anime did so well for me personally, because it really captured Fujimoto's, that sense of him having that, cinematic experience, because a lot of his mangas, especially when I read Fire Punch and most of his one shots, and especially with part 2, I kind of felt like I've got that essence of the filmmaking sort of stuff from him, like not filmmaking, like the cinematic essence from his like writing, with some shots. There are like certain panels where it's just characters staring at each other or something like that, and it just adds so much to the experience for me. And I like how the Chainsaw Man anime encapsulated that very well, especially with like some of the scenes, like when Aki's just doing his everyday thing, like doing laundry and stuff. It just gives you a time to breathe, but it also like adds to how Aki's been living alone, and even though he had Himeno with him, he was still alone, and there's that feeling of loneliness, yet there's also a sense of there's a relaxing element to it as well. So I think that was pretty cool. And that's just one instance of the whole anime that I felt like it was cool. And yeah, Chainsaw Man anime really did well, and I hope there will be a season 2, because there was like talks about,
they're not gonna just end it.
I mean, there's a whole talk about, like the Chainsaw Man anime not doing as well as they thought it would because of when they aired it, and how Bocce, did much better in in like sales and stuff compared to like Chainsaw Man and shit. And like a lot of Japanese people were kind of like criticizing the director. They were like, oh no, this isn't as good as we thought. Or some people were like, but Fujimoto wouldn't write. Yeah, there were actually a lot of criticism about it, and I never got it because a lot of people didn't like the, cinematic sort of style the anime had, and a lot of people were like, they want that very chaotic Chainsaw Man, because that's what it's known for. But
all my Japanese friends that have watched it, they said they liked it.
I mean, it's Twitter.
I wonder
people,
what
so.
niche. Twitter people. Right.
Yeah, Twitter people. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, I mean, the BD sales. The Blu-ray sales. I heard that didn't do as great. Like,
they're so expensive.
Exactly. Like
over $100 for the Blu-ray, and it was only for like 3 episodes. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Like whenever people brought up like Blu-ray sales, I was like, that shit is expensive, bro. Like, you can't just buy that. Unless if you're like a very hardcore fan, you'd buy it.
I would understand if it was like a collector's edition, but it was just the Blu-ray.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. It was too expensive.
Way too expensive.
Like with Bocce, you would understand, I guess, because you get extra stuff with it too, and that's why it had a really good Blu-ray sales. But then Chainsaw Man didn't. But then again, you gotta like think like that. Blu-rays are expensive, and it really shouldn't be a metric for any anime success. But still, there was criticism, but I don't feel like they will, they will change anything.
If they end the anime in a different way than the manga, I'm gonna be
they won't. They won't do. I don't. The problem was not with the story. I feel like the way they presented the story. At least that's the problem with the people. Because definitely no way they're gonna, criticize Fujimoto, because for people who read the manga, they know what they're getting, and for people who watch the anime, they were satisfied with the story they got, not with the way they got it, and at least for the people that were criticizing. So
they just need to shut their faces.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the criticism are just so dumb. Like, oh my god. Yeah. I scroll through Twitter sometimes. I think I ask myself, why do I look through Twitter for some reason? Like sometimes it just, man, it's a weird.
That just makes me think of like before I mentioned Sailor Moon and like the first season of the remake.
Yeah.
How can you even say that the way that they did Chainsaw Man was bad? Just look at the first episode of the Sailor Moon.
I think the problem is, the anime community takes a lot of things for granted. Like, anime has gotten so like good, like especially Demon Slayer and stuff. In terms of animation quality, it's just gotten so good that we just can't. I mean, not we, but mostly the anime community kind of like doesn't want to. They don't like the quote unquote mid stuff, as they say in the interweb. But then at one point I was kind of like that. Then I watched X-Arm, which is like one of the most horribly animated anime of all time. Like, the 3D CGI looks like some 9-year-old on Blender tried to learn something. Like, it was that bad. When I watched that when I watched the whole thing, I was feeling like, all right, I'm kind of glad that we have the animation that we have right now, because that thing, nah, we ain't doing that again. We ain't doing that again. So whenever people criticize like stuff like CGI and stuff, I'm like, bro, have you watched X-Arm? If you haven't, you gotta check it out. That's how bad a CGI can get, all right? Check it out. But yeah, it's like...
I'm looking at it now, yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad. I remember when the teaser came out, and the official trailer came out. There's an official Crunchyroll anime, by the way. Official trailer came out, and it looks so bad. And they had the confidence to say in the trailer, challenging all sci-fi anime. I'm like, oh god, that's... I mean, great self-confidence, bro. Your anime looked like ass, though. Man. Like, god. But yeah, again, it's that perfectionism that a lot of anime fans, especially hardcore fans, expect for no reason whatsoever. Because, especially with MAPPA anime, now people are very looking at it at a very microscopic sense. Like, they would look at each and every frame, like especially with Tengoku not Tengoku, what am I saying, Jigokuraku, when it was airing, now it's airing, right? And whenever they see like one clunky frame, there's people going off on it, like, oh my god, Hell's Paradise looks so ugly, oh no, look at this frame. Oh my god, it's so obsessive now. It's bad. So
sorry, I just like remembered 2 other anime that I wanted to add.
Okay, do add it. We went so far with the whole thing.
I completely forgot about these 2, but Evangelion and Nana.
Oh my god, Nana fan. Let's go, fellow Nana fan. Yeah. Let's go.
I mean, I covered one of the songs, but
yeah. I mean, like, man, I only watched Nana recently, but oh my god, I mean, I read the manga too, and oh my god, it's something else. I feel bad for the people that it's missing out on it just because it's on hiatus. Because I would tell people to check out Nana, and most people are like, but it's on a hiatus, should I check it out? And I'm like, do it, bro. You read
the story is so good.
Oh my god, how is it like 10 years, almost like 2 decades old, but it's still so
I watched
good.
it when I studied abroad, and
okay.
It gave me really, really good vibes. Really good Tokyo vibes.
Oh my god, like, the drama and the characters are just so perfect. Like, oh my god, like, so good. I feel bad for the people that just don't check it out just because it's on hiatus, because it's just that good. But yeah, Nana, Evangelion, oh my god, I watched that so early on my, like, when I got into anime. Like,
did you watch the movies?
Yes, and I watched like the reboot movies. I watched only like till 2.0. I still have to watch 3.0 and 3.0.
The last one like mind fucked me.
Oh yeah, I heard the last one was really good. I have to check it out because after I watched 2.0, I kind of got busy, so I didn't check out the rest. But I heard like after 2.0, shit gets like serious, because in the first movie it's kind of like the same, like stuff from the anime, and then in the second there's like deviations from the original story. So yeah, I gotta check out the rest, especially with how good 3.0 plus 1.0 is. And also the song, the Hikaru Utada song. Oh my god, I was so obsessed over it.
The one from the last movie. So good.
Oh, I was so obsessed with it. Honestly, that was like not exactly like the first time, but like it was like the time like I knew Hikaru Utada and like her stuff. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, like everyone relates her with Kingdom Hearts, but I'm like, no, she's Evangelion.
OG Evangelion. That's actually true. But yeah, I mean, damn. Okay, so like your list. Okay, so from the list that you've told me, your favorite animes would be Sailor Moon, Full Metal Alchemist, Haikyuu. What else? Chainsaw Man, Nana, Evangelion, Eat One Piece. I almost forgot One Piece. Okay, I think it's Sweater, right?
And Wotaku.
Yeah, Wotaku.
Wotaku.
Okay.
Wotaku.
Oh yeah, Wotaku. Wotaku, yeah. Man, Wotaku was so early on my anime, like watching. Like, I mean, it's been like 3-4 years since I watched it. I forgot about it a bit, but I still enjoyed it. Yeah, I want to rewatch it too now that I think about it. But yeah, great list. I mean, it's a cool list. I still have to watch One Piece though. I haven't. I'm sorry.
Of course, Maruka is pretty high up there, but I don't think she makes top 5.
Madoka's not top 5?
With like, I want to say it does, but it's not nostalgic and it's not recent.
It's kind of like in between.
Like, yeah, I don't know where it goes.
That's hard. But
okay, man, it makes a list, but I don't know what number. It makes a list.
How did I forget about Madoka? It's been so long since I watched it, and it just blew my mind when I watched it for the first time. Holy crap! But I think because of that, there's a lot of like these edgy magical girl show now, like Maho Shoujo Sai. That was another one that I forgot. Loses this shit. Yeah, there's so many other. I like to call it edgy magical girls shows.
Edgy magical girls.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Madoka just blew my mind when I watched it for the first time. The movies just made it even better. Like the last movie, Rebellion. You gotta watch Rebellion. It just adds. It just adds to the anime. It actually follows up to the anime. And it. Yeah.
I just remember when it came out, and it was when it came out on, I don't remember if it was Blu-ray or DVD, but like I remember the fans being so angry about the price of it when it came out.
Okay.
That's all I remember from it.
Yeah, but yeah, you gotta check out the movies if you haven't. If you like rewatch it, like just check out the movies too. Like they're a must. But yeah, anime. I mean, a cool list. But actually, I wanted to ask, like, you covered like Orimo's opening, right? Have you like watched the anime?
I did watch it. I wasn't a huge fan because I didn't really want the incest was really weird. I thought the anime style was really cute. And the opening is super cute, but
yeah. No, I was forced to watch it.
The main girl just pissed me off.
Same.
I kind of was too. I kind of was too by someone that I'm not friends with anymore. But yeah, I understand how you feel.
Oh man, like, so there's the Discord server that I talk about. We do this like monthly thing called. No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying the name. It's actually kind of inappropriate, but yeah, we do this thing where we have a group, right? And each of us give a show to each other, and according to a theme. Each month we have a theme, and we give a show to each other, and we have to finish it within a month. Otherwise, we have to watch a punishment show. So I had, yeah.
Oh, I was just laughing. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, last month I had to watch Orimo, and I watched it when I was on my flight to Saudi Arabia. I was watching it on a flight. Yeah, and thank God I was sitting inside, because if I was sitting on like the outer seat and people saw what I was watching, holy shit, bro. Oh my God, it was something else. I remember the first show that I watched of that author was Eromanga Sensei, and here's a story about that one. I was fooled into watching Eromanga Sensei because one of my friends told me, like, oh, it's an amazing anime. It's peak anime. And I was like, all right, fine. I did not use Mal or Analyst back then, so I was like, all right, fine. And then I saw Giga made a video on it, like, and he titled it, Eromanga Sensei is a masterpiece. And I'm hearing from 2 people that Eromanga Sensei is very good. So I thought, you know what, let's give it a watch. And it's one of the biggest mistakes that I've ever made in my life, because, oh my god, like, getting into Eromanga,
I didn't know what it was. I just looked it up, and it's
Orimo, basically, but it's
Orimo.
It's
like kind of the same animation style too. Is it the same?
It's the same author. It's the same author.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's the same author. That's why I said, like, in the first show that I watched, that author was Eromanga Sensei. But yeah, Eromanga Sensei, at least the girl is not annoying. So W for that. But oh my god, Orimo Kirino is just so insufferable. I was like, no, I don't want to watch this anymore. It's like, stop my suffering. This is so bad.
The main character like looks so much like the boy in Orimo.
Oh, that is true, actually.
Similar.
Yeah, they look so similar, and they even had like one, like at the last episode, they went to Akihabara and they were like doing all the stuff that they did in Orimo, and they had like this one scene where the main characters of Eromanga Sensei walk past the main characters of Orimo. Yeah,
I see it on Google.
I remember Giga made a joke about it. He said it's like the Emoto cinematic universe. This is so true. Oh my god. But yeah, why did I even ask about Orimo? I mean, I saw you covered the song. I was like, alright, you might have watched it. I mean, there's Orimo, there's Parasite. Oh, Parasite was something else. Yeah, I mean, the song was awesome. And a lot of other songs. Anyways, let's go to the next question, because we were in this anime question for a while, actually.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I saw it being long, because I kind of asked it in that sort of manner, but it's okay. So, early YouTube, you've been on YouTube since like 2010. How was it like posting back then to how it is now? Like now in the sense that like the most recent that you've uploaded. So how much has YouTube changed in that span, and how much do you think like, made it easier for content creators, but also, some things that you wish that was still there?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that in a while. Like, YouTube from like 2010 was definitely a lot different.
Yeah.
Like how people interacted.
Yeah.
Like comments and stuff, and even just how the channels are set up, and how the videos are published and everything is totally different.
Yeah.
I guess like like in the past 5 years, I guess like there's more effort going into like thumbnails and like how the video is previewed on like social media sites and stuff, and like I never really thought about putting subtitles and stuff on my videos, and I think that's definitely a thing that people are more are wanting. And like I didn't really have a lot of like high-end like equipment and stuff, and I think that definitely would have helped. Like camera.
Camera.
And I never really like thought about commissioning people back
then,
in the day, and that's definitely something I wish I did more, but it takes money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money. But yeah, it was I mean, when I started, I was like in high school, so it was just a hobby. So and then it kind of turned into not a hobby, and I hope I answered your question. I didn't really know how to go about it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Because I remember I asked a lot of the same kind of question, like especially people who've been on the scene for a while. I remember when I asked Raichi this sort of like similar question, where at first she was like doing live streams with a mask on. Now she's she can just make a do it on her VTuber avatar, and I was like, how much different has it been? Yeah, right. Yes. So yeah, it's really interesting to see when people talk about how YouTube was back then to how YouTube is right now, because I remember I was really into using YouTube like in 2013. I would still watch YouTube stuff back even before that. I would watch like Power Rangers on YouTube, like the whole episodes, all the episodes. Like they had the full length episodes and stuff, and I would just watch it before they enforced like the copyright stuff, and you just can't upload videos like that anymore. But before that, they had like full length episodes and stuff on it, and I would just watch it back when I was a kid. But when I really started to look at YouTube as a platform, and like the different creators on it, and watch just the creators, like for example like PewDiePie was like the first content creator that I really like.
It's so funny. I always thought he was like super cringy, and then like I liked him like when he was kind of starting out, and then in like the 2015 era it was like cringe, and then after I graduated, or like my last year of university, so like 2018 2019, I was like, wait, he's kind of funny.
Yeah, he's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I mean, for me at that
definitely grew out of the cringe, and that
for me at the start, like I like those old horror videos. I'd have a good laugh at it, and for me too. Like at one point, I was like, now watching his stuff, I was like, okay, I'm kind of too old for this. But then I watched some of this more, outside of this, just the horror games and the yelling and stuff, and I just watch it, and he's got good content, of course. I mean, the dude has like 100 million subscribers. Of course, he's got good content. But yeah, it's something that really, I think he's like that content creator that inspired me to do YouTube on itself, but also see YouTube on a different light than I did like maybe back when I was a kid. Just to watch Power Rangers and anime. I remember watching Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff on YouTube, like the whole episodes and stuff. There was Yu-Gi-Oh. There was this one anime that I watched called Blue Dragon, which was actually pretty good. That's all I remember. And Power Rangers, of course. But yeah, I mean, early days of YouTube, and so in that like not 13, like I don't know, 10, 11 years of you being on YouTube, like has there been people like really helped you along that journey, or have you like met people, or have you had like people that really impacted your journey?
Yeah, so there's one person that was actually, when I was using Patreon, he was like one of the first people that like supported me on there, and he helped me out a lot, like giving advice and stuff. And then when I was studying abroad, he was in Japan too at the time, and then we met up, and now we're like really good friends.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he was like super supportive. Yeah. I just can't believe that we just met because he was a fan of mine.
Yo, that's actually really cool. Cool. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. And then also another YouTuber that does art as well, Sojiro. I don't know if you know.
No, okay. I do not.
He's a visual artist, but he also sings like really well. We did well, Ikudodo, right? I covered that with him.
Oh, okay. I did not check that out. I'm sorry. I will.
We did a couple covers together.
Oh yeah, now I see it. Yeah. About that.
The most recent one was, I can't remember the name of it. It was an Amelie song.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, he's very supportive, and I appreciate everything that he's helped me out with, and just how kind and lovely he's been.
That's actually cool. Like, I think the great thing
villain vibes. Yeah, villain vibes. That was.
Okay. All right. I think the cool thing just about YouTube is the amount of people that you can just connect with, because ever since I started YouTube, I've connected with a lot of content creators and a lot of people that I talk with, and a lot of people that actually like my content, which I did not expect. There was like this one guy who I talk with, and he was like, he told me how much he liked my videos, and I was like, thanks, man. I'm like really grateful for it, because you don't because whenever I upload videos, I consider myself so cringe. Like, I was like, ugh, my content is shit, nobody's gonna watch this, and that's how I upload my stuff.
Think that.
I mean, that's just how that's just how I am with a lot of stuff. My self-esteem is kind of like but yeah,
same.
But yeah, I mean, when people come up and say, like, your content is really cool, bro, like, keep doing what you do or something like that, I feel so like, I feel so happy. And getting to like talk with people like that, and other content creators too, that I feel is cool. Especially this podcast, I feel like is such a blessing for me, because I get to interact with a lot of content creators that maybe like 5 years ago that I wouldn't think I would. Like, I have Raichi on the podcast, which I still think is like amazing. I have you on the podcast, which I also think is really just insane, because like a few months ago I was just listening to your cover, and now like we're having this whole podcast, so it's just so cool to me. And other guests that came before as well, just to get that opportunity to talk with them, and just have this conversation, and keep in touch with a few of them. I feel really humble for being able to do this, so I get to like connect with a lot of, I have a lot of YouTubers that get to connect with a lot of people, content creators and fans alike, and yeah, it's really cool, and yeah, I mean, we are obviously grateful for the people that watch our content. But yeah, so during that journey, I mean, we talk about journey, it's almost as if it ended, but no. Like, during your journey on YouTube, has there been like any time you felt like you've had like problems, or you felt like, oh, maybe I don't want to do this anymore, or you felt like you had a big obstacle?
Yeah, it was definitely the time where like a lot of songs, it was mostly like just Vocaloid songs that weren't getting taken down. If I covered any anime song from using like an official instrumental, it would just immediately get taken down. And that was really frustrating, because I'm like, I love Vocaloid, but I want to cover anime songs too, but I don't have the money to like commission someone to make a instrumental karaoke version of the song that I want to cover, right? So and I wasn't like trying to upload those to like get revenue off YouTube from the original instrumentals, right? I wasn't trying to monetize those videos. I only monetized the videos that either I like played a shitty piano version of, or like I did commission someone.
Yeah.
But like I did feel a little like down about views. Like, I'll put like a song that I really liked, but it just like wasn't a really popular song, or like I covered it in Japanese and like the English version was so much more popular, but I personally liked the Japanese version that I did, and that, I don't know, I kind of was like, but why?
Yeah.
It's the stuff that got popular. I don't really understand why.
I mean, I mean,
I just feel like it was like right time, right place, right time kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like my Connect cover, like Madoka was super popular at the time, and I was like one of the first people to ever cover it in English. So
damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like even now that copyright issue is still a thing. I mean, when I
Definitely,
I mean, when I I remember when I made my first try not to sing or challenge or dance challenge video. It was 46 minutes long and it's full of anime music, and the amount of copyright stuff I just got was insane. And back then I did not know how to, you know, like dodge it, because all of my songs were either 20, 25, 30 seconds long. And then my friends told me, you can't have it more than 15, bro. Otherwise otherwise that video is not staying. And then I had to, like, you know, cut and, you know, just fine tune it a bit and then post it. And it got decent views and stuff, but yeah, later on it got taken down. I got a strike on my channel, and then I was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. So I just took down those videos. I just privated them, so I just don't get into any, like, you know, sort of problems like I did just with the popular ones. And yeah, I mean, now I'm doing the content that I'm doing. Thankfully, it's not as bad as, you know, the challenge video copyrights, but still it's kind of, you know, sad that I had to stop doing it. But yeah,
the copyright stuff is really annoying.
But yeah, we can't do much about it, you know. Like, I guess it was bound to happen, especially with any platform. Like Twitch right now is very stingy about copyright too, and it's much worse than YouTube. Yeah, it's much worse than YouTube, because with YouTube you can just, you know, cut stuff with the YouTube studio or anything. With Twitch you can't do edits like that, at least at the point that I thought. Yeah, when they started to enforce it, you couldn't, like, edit it. So all the watts that you have, those were, like, gone. And yeah, I mean, at first Twitch you could have streamed whatever. There were people, like, streaming, like, NFL, Madden or something. They would stream the whole game and stuff. But now
that is ridiculous.
I know, right? Like, some of the stuff that they do.
And then we get punished for, like, playing an anime opening or something.
I swear to God. Oh my God. 15 seconds of an anime song. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they really twist their panties. I don't know. But yeah, it sucks, but I guess it is what it is. I mean, the fact that it just stays on the platform, like on YouTube, you can do the disputing and stuff, is great, because copyright is much more serious than that. You know how, like, if they file something and goes to the court, then legal fees and shit, that's gonna take a lot of money. It does go to it, but thankfully thanks to, like, the safe harbor rule, or the thing that YouTube has, we can, like, you know, just it just stays the way it is. You know, like, they tell you to take it down, or they block it, or they do the minor blocks, and you just get away with it. And we were like, okay, fine, I'll take down the video. And if you, like, dispute it, and if they respond to it, and if they say, okay, maybe this shouldn't have been taken down, I mean, this shouldn't have been, you know, striked or something, they will remove the strike. If not, it goes to the court. The other websites and stuff, I don't know about Twitch, but maybe, like, all right, for example, you posted, like, a very copyright material on Patreon or something, right? And the owners of that, they found out about it, and if they want to, like, you know, what am I gonna do? Yeah, if they want to, like, get you for the copyright and stuff, they would go to the court, not to, like, the website or stuff. So it's good that we have what we have right now. So I'm kind of happy about that. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, again, let's keep talking about the channel. Like, yeah, we see the songs, 3-minute songs, 4-minute songs. That's all we see. But how much work does happen behind the scenes, like, in terms of, like, editing and, you know, and just in like, everything behind the scenes? How much work goes into it?
Well, if it's not a, like, duet or group song, like, if it's just me, like, 99% of the time I edit them 100% myself. I have asked friends or have like paid someone I knew to like help me out with the editing before, but like most of the time it was just me. And then most of the time also just me with like video recording and like editing and subtitling and stuff. And then sometimes I've also commissioned for like art and stuff for the video. I don't have any animated videos or anything because I didn't have that kind of like budget resources for that, unfortunately. But recording, if it's not a TV size video, it's a full length video. Like I spend a long time because I'm a perfectionist. And if I don't like a take, I will do it for like 2 hours straight, just one take, and then I'll be like, this is shit, and then I'll stop and I'll do it another day, which
takes too long.
I am a perfectionist, and that is one of my faults. And
no, it's not a fault. I feel like it's both, I guess. Yeah,
it's both. It's definitely both. So unintentionally, some of my recording sessions would be way too long, but I would say 6 hours, about, sometimes less depending on the like genre of the song. But that is just me. That includes like practicing time, like not like in those 6 hours, not everything I'm doing a take of. But yeah, I usually spend a long time.
But yeah, now that you mentioned about like practicing stuff, like how much work goes into like your vocals and stuff? Because we haven't talked about singing and stuff, and that's primarily one of the things that you do. Like how did you train your vocals? How much work did you put into it, or how you maintained it and stuff?
So I'm a classically trained singer. I took voice lessons from like elementary school and then all the way up through university. So in my own time, I would do vocal warm-ups just like on YouTube, like like searching like soprano vocal warm-ups or whatever. I would just like follow along with a teacher on YouTube, right? And just at the time, like if I was doing a Japanese song, I would print out the lyrics because like my Japanese was shit at the time, obviously. I would print out the lyrics, and then if it's a fast song or something with like a difficult rhythm, I would mark the lyrics like obviously in Romaji in English letters. I would mark the lyrics with like to fit the rhythm, like I'm not sure if I'm explaining it well, but like if one line is like really fast, I'll like make a note on the lyric sheet or something like this is this way, and like to remember like the rhythm or how the lyrics are said.
Okay.
I
understand. I understand. Well. It's kind of like you know how a drummer reads time signatures, like 1, 2, 3,
it was like
4,
a very
1, 2, 3, 4,
very unprofessional way of marking
very
music.
beginner friendly.
Very beginner.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, and basically just doing it over and over again.
Okay.
I annoyed the hell out of my parents. They liked hearing me sing.
Oh man, I used to. No, I don't sing, but like the thing is, my family, like my mom, my dad, my sister, they sing like very well. Especially my sisters, they sing pretty well. Especially like, my dad, and my parents tell me I used to sing like when I was a kid. I would like sing to like the songs that we have here, and I don't have any memory of it, so I'm like, what are you talking about? And I was always shy to sing. I don't know why. I was kind of like, I don't want to sing because it's too, I don't want that attention, and I was kind of shy to do it until like at one point I was like, I remember, I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I was like at a family gathering. Like I was with like my dad's friend friend's family, and the kids there, they're anime fans, right? They're pretty into anime and stuff, so they sing like anime songs and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I want to sing too. Like, what the fuck? I want to try singing. And I remember when I got into anime, like especially anime songs, I would like sing it on my bedroom when I'm like when everybody's asleep. I would just sing it. My parents wouldn't hear it, so I would just sing it and try to learn the lyrics or something, or I just butcher it. I didn't know the lyrics, so I might as well pretend that it is right and just
sing everything like la 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 la.
Exactly. And
that's how I would practice rhythms, like before I could learn the lyrics. Yeah. Just sing everything on a one syllable.
Yeah. Like we just butcher all the other lyrics, and there would be like one or two words that we know, and we just say it. But yeah, I would like try to sing, and one day I sang, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, you can sing well," and I'm like, "Thank you, thank you, I don't sing though." But like then 2 years later, I had this in high school. I had this one friend that I always sing with. I would sing some Anisongs or something, and he would say it's pretty cool, and I'm like, "Thank you," and I would just keep singing until like at one point, like recently, I think 1 or 2 years ago, like I had like a lung infection, like this, the bad coughing and shit. And after, not COVID. Thankfully, I didn't have COVID, but yeah, like mucus on the throat and stuff, very coughing and stuff. And I drank a lot of medicine, and I thought it cleared up until like whenever I casually sing at like a certain note, I feel like my throat is getting like blocked, and I feel like something's stuck on my throat, and I feel like it's like that bit of like the mucus that didn't go away from my throat. It's like kind of stuck there. It is a thing. It is a thing. I remember like a VTuber, Suisei, she had to like do surgery because she had like a similar thing, and she had she had to like get surgery so that she can sing properly, because the problem is I can reach a certain high notes. Now I can't do high notes anymore. Like when I go or anything beyond that, I can't. Like my throat just gives up. So I was like, you know what? There's no point in singing anymore then if I can't go high. So it's just kind of like now I don't sing at all. But whenever I listen to music nowadays, like some songs I want to like, damn, I want to scream to this, and damn, I want to sing this, but I can't. I was like, fuck, nah. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, singing's fun. I never had anything professionally. I just sang along for fun. My sister did professionally, like did quote unquote professionally. She tried to train. She did it for like a year or two. She sings a lot of Western stuff. My dad sings a lot of stuff from our language. My mom sings very occasionally. She doesn't sing that often, but she does well. But yeah, for me musically, like when I felt like okay, vocally I can do stuff, I wanted to like learn. I got into guitar, but I never got to learn guitar or drums or stuff. I always wanted to do that, but never got the opportunity to do it, which kind of sucks. Because now that I listen to like a lot of guitar solos, I'm like, oh my god, I want to play. If I were to play this, I could have done so cool. Oh my god, and it just sucks, But yeah, coming back to like the YouTube channel, like we talked about how you came up in an era of like cover, like Vocaloid cover artists. Was there any like other favorite? Do you have any other favorite like cover artists that you listen to, or are there any like people that you're acquainted with? Or at least was acquainted with.
Like YouTubers or
yes.
Japanese YouTubers as well?
Both. Both is good.
Let's see. I was do you know Ash? Ashes to Ashes?
Ashes to... wait, I've heard that before. I heard that.
He has a really good voice. And we kind of like came into the scene together. I think it was a little bit after me, but we used to talk a lot, but you know, kind of just fell off.
Apart, yeah,
him and
oh wait, yeah, I've seen him before. Yeah, he's pretty popular.
Do you know Sapphire?
Sapphire, I think I've heard.
She's getting into voice acting now, but her covers are amazing.
Sapphire, Sapphire. Cover first. I think I might know. Yeah, got it. Sapphire. Wait, have I seen her before? Wait, I mean, I don't watch anime dubs, but I feel like I've seen her before. Yeah, I think I might have. I mean, there was one point I used to like watch a lot of, you know, anime cover stuff. Like when I got into Anisongs, I was listening. Anisongs. What am I saying? Anime, what? But yeah, oh man. But yeah, Anisongs, I remember getting into it thanks to like Pelike, Rayon Lee, I think her name was. I forgot. Emily, of course. Juby, Splendiferate.
Oh yeah. I meant to say Juby too.
Yeah, I noticed that she follows you on Twitter too. I saw that. And
yeah, we talked a couple times. She's trying to move to Japan as well.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm hoping I can meet her sometime.
Oh, that's cool. Like she's been doing a lot of voice acting stuff. I heard about her voice acting on Bang Dream and stuff, and stuff happened. The Bang Dream dub wasn't. It had a very negative reception, to say the least. But yeah, I did check out her other works and stuff. It's actually pretty cool.
Oh, sorry, I got Juby confused with Natalie. My bad.
Okay.
I do love Juby, but Natalie is the one that is trying to.
Okay. Because I was like, wait, no, I was thinking like, wait, if she's actually doing like voice
acting. They both do voice acting
stuff,
and I got them confused for like.
No, it's okay. It's okay. And I remember seeing a tweet of yours where Emily replied and stuff. Like you posted like a photo of song.
We've done some stuff together in the past, yeah.
Ooh, that's cool. I mean, like, it's cool to see how big she's become too. Like, you know, 2.1 million on YouTube. She's now a singer, and she's doing voice acting roles as well. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, and also Lolia. Do you know Lolia?
I think I've heard of her before too.
She's kind of blown up the past couple years too. Yeah.
Lolia. Wait, hold a second. Lolia. Wait. No. Okay. Lolia. I think I got it. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I know her. I've listened to her Rolling Girl cover before. She covered with like what was his name again? Richard Eby. He was like a guitarist who does like guitar covers. She did a Rolling Girl cover with him. I remember, and I was. Yeah, I don't remember listening to it though, but I have heard it. It shows it. Okay, I need to check out these covers. Oh shit. But I definitely know her. But yeah, I mean, like, damn, that's actually pretty cool. I got to see some artists I want to check out now.
I can't remember if you said Rail, but definitely Rail. Japanese.
Okay.
And Nano.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay, that's a lot. Okay. Nano. Oh my god, why do I search Nano and I get I search Nano and I get a Metal Gear meme. Thanks, internet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But yeah, so the big question, a lot of people that subscribe to your channel and a lot of people that that listen to your covers and stuff. The big question come back soon? Question mark?
Yeah. I just moved apartments, so I really want to cover something. Probably something. If I did a comeback, it would unfortunately not be like a huge project. It would probably be something very subtle.
I mean, subtle school. Subtle stuff is cool too, yeah.
I would love to put out something big, but yeah, I don't really have the time or resources.
All right, boys, you heard it from here. Come back soon? Question mark answered. There we go. But yeah, I mean, you've been doing Twitch stuff too, so it's happening slowly but surely, right?
I really want to cover the One Piece opening song by Yones Kenshi.
Yeah.
Kickback.
Yeah.
But like, if I sing that
that's
song,
Chainsaw
I would
Man,
definitely.
Right? You said One Piece.
Yeah, I would definitely. Oh, did I say One Piece?
Yeah, you
Sorry.
said One Piece. I'm like, wait, when did Kenji Yones appear on One Piece?
But I feel like I definitely get a noise complaint from my neighbors. I'm just like, that's the thing I'm most worried about is
noise complaint.
Because I always recorded like when I lived with my parents.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to worry about
noise complaint.
Any
yeah.
noise. Yeah.
What about like like there's recording studios and stuff, right? Like you can like
those cost money, and I don't have a car.
Oh damn.
To like, because I'd have to bring my own equipment. So it's I don't know. I did go to recording studios when I lived in a different city, and I had a car, so it was easy to like bring my stuff.
I mean, yeah. Well, last time I talked to a guest, like back in episode 7, like there was this guest who was in Japan, this V singer. She told me like, she'd like rent out a studio for like an hour or so and record there, like. Yeah.
An hour. I wish I could record in only an hour.
Oh yeah, I mean with the perfectionism and all that stuff,
yeah,
it would
takes
take.
A long time.
Oh yeah, that's understandable. Yeah. But yeah. Oh damn. Okay, so come back soon, probably. Let's go.
Yay.
Okay. So like, how like
if you
are
you're gonna post this on YouTube?
Yeah, for sure. Of course you do.
Like. If anyone has like do you have a request or anything for a song? I'm wondering like what is popular right now.
Definitely the Oshinoko opening. Definitely Idol. Yeah, definitely Idol. That's such a cool song because I love Yoasobi.
I have it stuck in my head right now. Actually, I heard it earlier this morning.
Yeah, I mean like I love Yoasobi songs like. Kaibutsu.
Really hard to sing though.
Oh yeah, it is. Like her, yeah, she's stupidly talented. But not only that, like the production is insane. Like Ayase is such a good producer, especially when I heard like his prior, stuff prior to Yoasobi, like
his solo stuff is really good too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like his Vocaloid stuff is really good. His Yoasobi stuff is just even better somehow. Like God, like when I heard like damn it, how did I forget the song's name? Oh God, Yori ni Kakeru. When I heard that for the first time, I was like, damn, the piano's going crazy. And same thing with like Idol. Like I remember watching like a reaction guy, check it out, like this music producer guy reacting to it, and how he's talking about how cool like the production of it is, like with the switch ups and stuff. So yeah, there's that. I mean, just throwing away all the geek stuff though, that song is fun to listen to. Like this the starting part with like that trap hip hop-ish start, and then you get the cute, I mean quote unquote cute, because Yoasobi stuff sounds cute but it's depressing lyrics. But yeah, I think it's a really cool song. Yoasobi, that, and what else? Damn. Probably the Fire Force's first ending called Wheel. Or was it Wheel? Let me just check. Let me just Google this real quick. That one's a bit, but that's a cool song.
I heard Fire Force was not very good.
It's
The
decent.
anime.
I mean,
Oh wait, the Fire Force song is by Miss Green Apple, right?
that's the opening. The ending.
What's the ending?
Kien Suda.
I know it's really famous.
Oh, the ending is like 47 million on YouTube. It's pretty popular when it came out.
Veil?
Yeah, Veil. There we go. That one. So
it's not as like popular as
that's the opening
though.
because
the opening is like really
yeah.
famous at karaoke.
Yeah,
and,
when the opening
rhythm
came out, that blew up because I remember like nobody knowing about Fire Force and everybody was like, "Oh damn, Fire Force is so cool! Like, look at the animation, look at the song slaps and stuff." And literally every single franchise that I've checked out, like music franchise like Bang Dream or actually only Bang Dream like really covered it. But the Inferno is pretty popular. But for me personally, I kind of like Veil a lot more because I don't know, it's pretty chill and it's fun to listen to. It's funky actually. I think that would be a request. That and maybe the season 2's opening, which is by Amir. What was it again? What was his name again? Spark Again. There we go. Spark Again by Amir. Yeah, that one's pretty good. That's one of my favorite openings from the series actually, and one of my favorite Amir songs out there. Oh yeah, talking about Amir, like the refrain, what was it again? What anime was it again? Oh, I forgot. I keep forgetting anime names now. Oh no, I'm getting old. Refrain is up there for me as like a favorite. So, I mean, Amir is one of my favorite artists out there right now. Have you heard any Amir songs?
Oh, I recently found out the correct pronunciation of her name.
Amir.
It's Eme.
Eme. Oh no,
Yeah.
no! Our diehard fans are.
Everyone, no, I know. I used to pronounce her name as Amir.
Yeah.
Because that's how it's spelled, right?
Yeah,
But
Amir. Yeah.
the Japanese pronunciation, like written, is Eme.
Eme.
Yeah.
Oh my god! All right, so I'll just keep calling her Amir.
I think it's French.
Yeah, it is French. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. There was like this one YouTube guy who was saying, and I'm like, what are you saying, bro? And then he's like, yeah, this is French.
Eme-san.
But her songs are pretty cool. I enjoy listening to them. Yeah, it's very I feel like whenever I listen to it, when I showed it, my sister used to watch anime and stuff, but she never got into Anisongs because she says that it sounds very generic. So whenever I give her something like, when I made her listen to Refrain for the first time, she was like,
untrained ear, I can understand.
yeah, when you hear like the, I mean, I kind of get it too at times. Like when you listen to like very popular, like all the openings.
There are songs from like, generic.
Yeah. Okay. Anime opening, nice. But yeah, when I showed like Refrain to my sister, she was like, "This sounds very Western." I'm like, "Oh, damn, okay." And then Refrain, it's what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That and damn it, what was her name? Give me a second. Let me just search this real quick because I talked about this other artist on my like Chainsaw Man video, but I kind of forgot about it. Forgot her name. What is her name in Japanese?
What anime is Refrain from? I know the song, but I don't know what anime it's from.
Oh, damn it. That's the problem. I can't remember the name of the anime. Let me do. Oh, God, I got so much searching to do. Refrain.
Koi wa...
Yeah, Koi wa Megare Uni. Yeah. Uni. Yeah, what was it? Like After the Rain with You or something like that? Yeah, it's a romance anime, but it's kind of like, I kind of didn't like it because it's a young girl falling in love with a 40-year-old dude, And I'm like, okay,
Oh.
yeah. I was kind of like, nah. It's cute, but I don't know. I wasn't really.
She of age, or she looks like a high school student.
Yeah, high school student.
Oh, she is in high school.
Yeah,
Okay, creepy.
Yeah, she's like high school student falling in love with a old ass man who's finally found it. Yeah, Rei Yasuda, there we go. Another artist that I showed to my sister. Her ending was on the Irregular at Magic High School, which is like Mahotsuka. I forgot the whole title of it. I call it like Mahoka, not Mahotsuka. Mahoka. Irregular Magic High School. I'd rather call it that. I don't want to butcher the Japanese pronunciation. Rei Yasuda, her ending was pretty cool. I mean, her ending song on that was pretty cool. It's called Mirror. Oh, I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. English is hard, but yeah.
English is hard.
Yeah, very hard, especially when you have to like speak with an accent, because I'm trying my best not to Indian accent it. It's there. It's there. I have my Indian accent.
You have to like concentrate.
Yeah,
on it.
Now I don't have to, but the thing is, whenever I have a casual conversation with someone like a close friend of mine or something, and you're talking in English, I have my Indian accent on. I just don't want to speak like this. But whenever I'm doing like stuff on the internet that is like YouTube or podcast or whatever, I speak with this accent. When I'm in a casual conversation, I talk like yeah. I talk very Indian like that. There we go. Yeah.
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah. But yeah, what were we talking about again? Cover artists and stuff. And yeah, stuff that you want to cover, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you ask me, those are like my, stuff I love to see. Veil, Fire Force, and
Anisongs would be a challenge.
Oh my god, Anisongs are so hard. Like, she's so good. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. But yeah, I think Idol would be up there. It's good for a comeback.
I don't think I could get away with using the instrumental though on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I mean now it shouldn't be as bad as it was a few years ago, I guess. There's that. I mean, have you heard like the ending song for the anime by Queen Bee? That's actually pretty good too.
Oh, actually, I haven't finished the first episode. It's so long; it's an hour. I got through half of it, so I haven't seen the ending.
Good.
But I heard Queen Bee's in it. Yeah. I heard Queen Bee on a Spotify playlist, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is really good! I love this song."
Really good. Like, is it Kaien?
No, I got obsessed with them, and then I looked up the song, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's from Hoshinoko! What the fuck?"
Have you heard like Kaien though? That was like their breakthrough song, actually. Queen Bee's. Kaien. It's opening of Dororo. Why am I saying Dororo? Like that sounds so bad. Yeah, Dororo. It actually.
I just listened to their songs like on Spotify, so I don't know any like references.
Yeah, but yeah, Kaien. You can like search it. Yeah, it's actually pretty popular, or was popular. Yeah.
No, I haven't heard it.
Oh,
I haven't heard it.
Oh, you can check it out. I mean, that's what really got them in the map, sort of got them popular.
But their vocals.
Oh my god. Good. Also, check out Queen Bee's like first take stuff. They have like 2 first take thingy on YouTube. There's like this channel. You might have heard of it, right? Like the first take, where they all yeah. Queen Bee did like 2 of it. Kaien and another song that I forgot. But yeah, Kaien did it. I mean, a lot of artists.
Oh, do you know? This is random, but I watched it for the first time yesterday. Do you know Atarashi Gakko?
Of course. Of course.
It's.
Oh my god!
I watched their first take yesterday. They're so cute.
Oh my god, they're so chaotic, but they're so cute too. Like, oh my god.
No.
Like all
I love Suzuka.
Yeah. Oh, chaotic. Same. Let's go. Suzuka is so. Oh my god. Like she's like my favorite from the group, but others are cool too. But Suzuka, something about her is just so cool.
Avril Lavigne was on the first.
Oh yeah. She was on the first take.
Funny. What?
Harry Styles was on first take too.
Yeah, but Avril Lavigne, like
that was so random.
It's so random. Like she's not very popular.
Yeah.
Anyway. I mean, she'll always be popular, but like she hasn't.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't she come out with a new album recently? Sorry, I'm like totally off track.
No, it's okay. We were talking about first take anyways, but yeah, like with like Japanese units, I listen. I mean, I don't listen to like Atarashi Gakko like religiously, but I like their songs.
Oh, I don't either. I just heard that song and a couple other songs by them.
There's Baby Metal, of course, because
I never really got into them.
I mean, I'm a metalhead. I love metal stuff, and I love Baby Metal songs because it's cute and it's also chaotic, weirdly enough. So, I kind of asked this kind of earlier again, but as kind of like a last question, now that you look back into like your channel and stuff, like now it's like 13, I guess, 13-year-old channel. Now you look at it and, you know, you see the views on your channel, of course, like 1.2 million, 1.3 million. There's a lot of very popular videos. Like, I know you're gonna say no way, but like when you like started your channel, would you have thought that, oh damn, my channel, my videos would get that popular, my songs would get that popular or something?
Definitely no.
Yeah.
I never really had very high self-confidence, but I did have a like confidence in my voice, I guess, because that was the only thing I felt like I was ever good at, because I trained for like a really long time and I practiced a lot. So I thought that like if my stuff could get around, I felt like people would like it, but I did not think that I would get in like the millions, you know?
Yeah.
Or even like close to 100,000 subscribers. Definitely never thought that. Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so okay, well, I got that wasn't actually technically the last question, but actually I had another question in mind. I just worded it out the wrong way. But how would you describe your journey then? Like thus far, like 13 years? I mean, like you like the channel right now. How would you describe it?
How would I describe it? I feel like my channel definitely grew with me.
Yeah.
Like you can see like from I mean, obviously the first video on this channel isn't my very first cover, but like seeing the very first ones from like 2011 to like the ones from like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, definitely like you can see a difference, you can hear a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like my channel grew with me, and I've definitely had a lot of like difficulties and struggles and stuff like since I started, like not just with the channel, but also with my own like personal growth and like self-confidence issues and like body issues and even family stuff, just life stuff, you know. And I haven't really made any of that public.
Yeah.
I used to be pretty public on like Twitter and stuff when I was in high school and stuff, but not really anymore. But yeah, I would definitely describe it as a journey, I guess.
I describe the journey as a journey.
I don't know if that's an interesting answer, but that's
no, it's okay. Yeah, I asked the question, you can answer it however you want. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, that's the last question, and I guess we can wrap this episode up. Thank you guys for listening. I know like 2 people listened. Thanks for listening. Our podcast isn't that big, I know, I'm sorry, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, thank you guys. If any of you guys actually listen live, thank you. We actually want to do a live Q&A like we usually do for the fan Q&A, but sadly we didn't get any questions, and I didn't open the podcast channel, so my bad on that one. Hey,
if you are down to have me again, I'd love to come back and chat.
Sure. I mean, why not? That's cool.
Maybe not as long as this time.
Yeah, I mean,
but
this is like 2 hours and 30 minutes. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, this is an average episode of my podcast. But yeah, thank you for the guys that listen. Thank you for listening to it live, and I don't know what to call you. Should I call you like Mikutan or you're like
Jess or Jessica?
I guess I'll call you Jess. But yeah, just thank you so much for like coming to the podcast. It means a lot. You know, like even though it took a long while to have this happen, you know, you still came by, and thanks for actually flying and stuff. So thank you so much for coming to the podcast. And
thanks for being active and kept messaging me.
Oh no, that's gonna make it.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for accepting the request. Thank you for coming. Again, it was amazing to have a chat. You know, as I said earlier, you know, a few months ago I was just listening to covers, and now we're having like this whole podcast. So it's really cool to have you on the podcast. So yeah. Thank you for coming, and for the people that are listening on Spotify or YouTube or wherever, thank you guys for listening so much, and thank you guys for supporting the podcast. It means a lot. We'll be back next time with a different guest, maybe the same guest. Who knows? It depends on how.
And you can check out my YouTube.
Yes, also check out check out Jess's YouTube. Link to it all will be on the description. Check out our Twitter, check out our everything, all the social links will be in the description. Check out my channel too, it will be in the description, shameless plug. Anyways, thank you so much, Jess, once again for coming to the podcast. And yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
Oh my god, okay. Alright, yeah, outro. Come on, do it, Vic. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. I will see you guys in the next episode. See ya. Yeah.
See ya.